Hello everybody and welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Dr. Carmen Bryant. This is Redefining Yourself, a program that I discuss overcoming narcissist abuse. Thank you guys. So many of you are new subscribers. Thank you for joining my channel and finding something valuable that applies to your life in whatever situation and whatever stage of recovery you're in, or even if you're searching for information to help to understand what it is that you're going through. So many of us that are here on this YouTube channel and coaches have been through narcissist abuse and have recovered or are recovering. And so hopefully you find something. There are hundreds of videos out there, not just on my channel, but on other coaches' channels, where you can find some type of healing, some type of understanding to this madness. And hopefully you are finding some answer on this channel. Thank you so much for joining. If you have not already, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. It is Dr. Carmen Bryant, Overcoming Narcissist Abuse. Hit the bell, subscribe and hit the bell so that you know whenever I upload new videos, Tuesday through Friday, pre-recorded videos. And on Sunday, I come on live between 8 and 9 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, which is West Coast time. I was able to come on a little early this Sunday. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Thank you for interacting with me. And I also have a Facebook page, which is Psychological Health Consultants and Services. Be aware that I'm probably going to be changing the name to describe more of the YouTube, or to mirror more of the YouTube channel. And so for those of you, I am coming on today to talk about hoovering. And so what is hoovering? So you know the term hoover was adapted from the Hoover vacuum machine, which sucks you back into that dysfunctional, abusive relationship. And here I've used this individual's page before. It's Alethea Luna, and it is under Loner Wolf. And she talks about the 8 signs you're a victim of an abusive hoovering narcissist. I'm gonna go and just give you some pieces off of her blog, and then I'm going to go to another one and put these two together to help you understand hoovering. So first of all, hoovering tactics are used not just by a narcissist, but people with borderline, antisocial personality disorder, histrionic personality disorders. And this is just a way of sucking you back into this dysfunctional, abusive relationship. Usually it happens when there's been a long period of no contact, or the silent treatment, or the ghosting. And it's a matter of power and control. It's used for power and control. And if you think about it, it's just to show you, number one, it's to fuel the narcissist, and it's to show you that they still have power. And many people fall back into this cycle. And many of you guys know I've talked about the addiction and the withdrawal symptoms. And a lot of you are caught up in this withdrawal and the addiction cycle. And remember, in order to break an addiction, sometimes people relapse several times before they finally get on their feet and say, I'm going to do this. I'm going to stick this out. And there's there's emotions that come behind it too. And that is very, very painful, because most people do not want to go through the emotions of the recovery process, because it seems more painful than the abuse that they've been through. And so, and discard. So it's a tactic that's used to regain control for those that have been discarded, no contact, ghosted for a period of time, and it's a power and control tactic. And so I'm going to go over to who's this, thriveafterabuse.com, and this is by Dana. I think we've been on hers before. It's Miss Dana, yes, Morningstar, who wrote the book Out of the Fog, Moving from Confusion to Clarity After Narcissistic Abuse. And so she gives some reason, or some ways that you may have been hoovered, so that you recognize when the hoover is taking place, because sometimes the hoover doesn't come the way that you think the hoover is going to come. Let's see. So let's go through here. So some common types of hoovering after the silent treatment, or after the victim has left, or you've been discarded. So one of them is text messaging, pretending to be concerned. Now, either the text message may come by accident, so you'll find them like pretending to text their new source of supply because they want to dig that knife deeper in your heart. So they may accidentally text you and say, hey, I'll be there in about 6 minutes, or hey, are we still on for that date, or hey, can you bring me some clothes from upstairs, the one that looks like yours, or whatever the text message is. And then either they don't say anything to see how you respond, and if you don't respond, you may get a text back later on saying, oh, I'm sorry, that wasn't meant for you. That's a hoover, in hopes that you will respond. Another one is a text. They may just randomly all of a sudden say, hey, how you doing? Just thinking about you, or hey, thinking about you, how are you doing? She says here, I know things didn't work out, but you really do mean a lot. I just want you to know that. So they just send it's like they send feelers out, or they send out like this little bait on a hook to see how you respond, to see if you bite the hook. Another one is pretending like nothing ever happened. Hey, stranger, long time no talk. What's going on? How you been doing? And you're looking at the phone like, are you serious? Are you serious? You sending me a text like this? They're waiting for you to bite the bait. They're waiting for you to say something. They're waiting for your response. And some of you just can't wait to text. Ooh, I'm getting ready to tell you what I think, or I know you didn't, but that is fuel for them. Your best bet is to delete the text. Even if you see the name pop up, just delete it. But out of curiosity, some of you click right on it to see what's said. And guess what happens? Your emotions are everywhere. Let's see, another one is what she says here, like you get a random text for your birthday, happy birthday. Because all they want you to say is thank you, or thumbs up, or you send them a thumbs up. But they've gotten fuel because you responded. Don't respond, delete. Another one, Merry Christmas, hope you're having a good birthday, wish I could be there. Are you going to so-and-so's wedding next week? So-and-so died. Are you going to the funeral? If you're going, I won't go. I don't want you upset at me. You see how they play into your emotions? Well, at least they care enough to know that they've hurt me and they don't want it. No, that's just a way to trigger you again. They're trying to trigger a hoover. I mean, they're trying to hoover you to get you to respond. They're sucking you into that nasty hurricane, tornado, cyclone. You already know what's behind it. You know what's behind the hoover. So you may get another text message about the kids, even if they're not yours. I was at the park today, saw a cute kid that looked just like ours. Or hey, just want you to know that you're doing a great job with the kids, or kid, or hey, I just want to let you know I miss you guys. I know you hate me, but please tell, baby girl or whoever, I miss her, happy birthday, I'm sorry I can't be there, whatever. It's just to mess with your emotions. It's to tap into your emotions. Or you'll notice they'll text your kids. All of a sudden, they start texting your kids, picture of them in the new supply, pictures, all of a sudden, just random pictures of themselves. And if you look at the text, you're thinking like, why are you sending all these pictures to so-and-so who is 9 years old? Why are you sending all these pictures of you and your new supply that the kid doesn't even like, or the new supply doesn't even like the kid, or doesn't even know? So they're sending these random pictures. Those pictures are not for you. Or those pictures of themselves, they're showing pictures of themselves, close-up pictures of themselves, sending it to the child, saying, I love you, I miss you, just want you to remember, just sending you a picture so you can remember what I look like, or just let you know that your daddy or mommy's princess or prince or whatever. Those pictures are not for your child. Those pictures are for you, so they can hoover. They're hoovering you through your child by proxy, hoover by proxy. And so they're just trying to get a emotional response out of you, or they're trying to get you to respond and say something. Don't respond. Let's see. What else? Text messages about an upcoming event. Hey, I know you said that you never wanted to talk to me again, but. So that but just erased everything that they just said. But, so in other words, but I'm going to impose on you anyway. Hey, such and such is happening this week. I was thinking about taking the kids, or there's a concert coming up this weekend and I have an extra ticket. Do you want to go? I'm going to such and such, or I'm going to this particular water park. You're welcome to go. I'll pay for this and that. You can bring the child's kids, so you can supervise the kids so that you can be there. Trying to get a hoover. They're hoovering you. And then some of you guys, well, it's for the kids, I'll go. Don't go. Text messages about things you like to do that he or she never was interested in doing with you before. hey, there's a vegetarian cooking class this weekend. Do you want to go, or want to go wine tasting this weekend? You know, you're thinking like, what? You have nerve, the audacity. You know, all of a sudden, like nothing ever happened, because they're waiting for you to say, oh, so nothing ever happened, or how you just gonna ask me to go somewhere with you as if nothing ever happened? You see, so they're waiting for you to say something. They need a response from you. Text messages about bogus family illness or some sort of crisis, including their own. I think I might have cancer. Can you talk? Or, oh my gosh, my mom had a stroke. Or, you know, my mom died. It may be legitimate. My mom died. Just want you to know she cared about you so much. She loved you, and it wouldn't be right if you wouldn't be there. Or, what does a heart attack feel like? Or, hey, you know, I know you have a CPAP machine. I just need to add, I'm sorry to bother you. I just want to ask you a question really quick. Or I even heard where, how do you use a, what did they say? How do you use a Downy ball? You know, what do you do with the Downy ball? What do you use to get the smell out of towels? I've heard that one before. And the wife was like, what are they doing? They're hoovering you. Can't handle this anymore. I'm going to kill myself. So they'll threaten suicide, whatever, just to get you to say something. Oh, well, don't respond. Text messages that are supposed to be meant for someone else. Remember I said that, and they were sent to you by mistake. Let's see, text messages that are guilt or pity, including, can't we work this out? Please give me another chance. I realize the mistake I've made. I've been a monster. I'll go to, I'll go to counseling. Or, what about the kids? I know I've made a mistake and I want to make it right. Or see, and they're all in your emotions, and they tune into your weakness. They know what your weaknesses are. They know what your emotional weaknesses are. So they tap into those weaknesses. They may, because of the fact that they may realize that they were a good sex partner. You know, when I say good sex partner, they may have, it may have been the best you've ever had. So they'll stimulate you in that area. I just miss snuggling with you. You've always been the love of my life. I know I made some mistakes. This person there's nothing that this person do. I know I've already connected with this individual, but I just want you to know that you've always been the best that I've ever had. You'll always be my soulmate. And I'm sorry I let you down. And that right there is a red flag too. Remember, till death do us part. They always see you as their property, and they put you on the shelf to store you in this little container until they need to get back to you. Let's see. Sometimes it says here that the text messages may attempt to flip the Hoover back on you. Did you text me? Did you just call me? Did I just see you drive by? And what they're waiting for you to say is no, no, or just don't respond. Doggone well you didn't pass by, or maybe you did, but you didn't know that they were there, and you happen to pass by. It might be a part of your daily routine. Did you text, or did I miss a call? Did you just try to call me? Or they call you, did you just try to call me? Or text, did you just try to call me? No, click. But that right there fuel them too, because they know you're still upset. Text messages, when all else fails, make bogus accusation to get some type of emotional response. Why are you calling my mom and bugging her? And you know you didn't call. Just find out you cheated on me. What difference does it make? Who cares now? I've moved on. You need to quit stalking me. What are you talking about? So that's the type of stuff that they do. Let's go to another one. So here on the other one where we were, Alethea Luna, she added, let's see if I missed anything on the other one. One of them was, especially with the text, pretending like the relationship isn't over. Because in their mind, it's never over. Till death do us part. You always are their property, especially if you were the primary supply. You always belong to them in their mind. And so let's see. You're telling them, stop talking to me, quit texting me, stop calling me, and they do it anyway. They show up at your house, they message you, they may show up at your job, but they just harass you as if nothing has ever changed. Let's see. They send you gifts. All of a sudden, gifts show up at your job, flowers show up at your door, cards, tickets to movies, concerts, whatever. As if nothing ever happened. You're like, are you serious? This person is crazy. You're beginning to see them. Apologizing for their behavior. Let's see, try to engage you, the narcissist will appear to own up to their mistakes and will feign humility and remorse in attempt to pull your heartstrings. It's all about manipulating your emotions. Their message or words will sound very convincing, so be careful. Indirect manipulation. So let's see. So if they can't get through to you directly, they'll go through a different route. Your friends, your children, other family members. Let's see, they may try to send you messages through your friends or say something slanderous about you to your family, which you'll then feel the need to correct or defend yourself. When you've been hooked up, you'll be lured into confronting them about their lies. So they don't care whether it's negative or positive fuel. They want some type of response or reaction from you. They'll even use your children against you. For instance, if your ex has custody of your kids, he or she may put the kids on the phone to ask you to come back home. And you're thinking like, this is so inappropriate. Or get them to write letters to you. So inappropriate. This is a powerful and highly manipulative hoover technique. And so some of you that may be going through this, go talk to a domestic violence advocate. Go to your local YWCA. Go talk to whoever they have, like the domestic violence, or call the domestic violence hotline. These are tactics used by people that have been perpetrators or are perpetrators or are the batterers. These are techniques that are used by them. They just don't realize that some of them are narcissists. Let's see. Declaring love. Remember we were talking about, you're my soulmate. You'll always be my soulmate. We were always meant to be for each other. I may have messed up, but you're the only person I've ever and will ever love. And they'll even try to call you. Don't fall for those tricks. Some of you guys, your heart is hurting, and so you fall for it. You keep falling for it. But it's a game, and it's a game where they literally laugh at you because they know that, after they grow bored, they're going to do the exact same thing. And some of you have found yourself in this type of nonsense, in this cycle. I don't know why I keep falling for it, but every time they do it, I just go right back. And it's the game that they play. And the more they do it, the more power they feel they have over you, and they can do it whenever they want to. Sending random messages to you and ghost calls. So let's see. They may, hey, you guys may have a mutual friend. Wish so-and-so a happy anniversary. Hey, can you do me a favor when you send a card? Can you do a card on my behalf? Did you take my stuff? They'll send you, hey, did you take my stuff? Well, can you check and see if you have this? Are you going to so-and-so's dinner tonight? I'm standing in the place we first met. I'm thinking of you, and so forth. They may send like gift box to your children. They may send things to your kids, Christmas gifts or whatever, and then it's a picture of you and them, or it's a picture of what you look like in a certain place that you guys have been. Throw those pictures away. I don't care how much you like those pictures. Cut them up, throw them away, because it's triggering your emotions. Pictures of you somewhere without them in the picture in a place that they remember. Cut them up and throw it away. Let's see. Remember we were talking about accidental messages, and let's see, I love you, honey. I'll be home at 6 to their new partner with the intentions of exciting in response to you. They do that on purpose. It's not an accident. Everything is well thought of, well thought out too. Let's see. Ghost phone calls. For example, you may receive frequent phone calls from a private number and receive long silences or soft breathing on the other end. This tactic is used to freak you out and get you to engage. Faking vulnerability and the need for help. We talked about that. They're seeking your attention or your sympathy, faking the need for help. That's a powerful hoovering technique because of the fact that they know that you're an empath, or they know that you're sensitive, and so you feel like helping, and so you get caught up in this every time you try to help them, and it's almost like a slap in the face when they just do the exact same thing they did before, because they know you have a natural tendency to show compassion for people. Or they may say, hey, call so-and-so. That person is a nurse. You may be a nurse or a doctor or whatever, call, or you may be a leak, so they'll send people to you. Hey, so-and-so told me to come and talk to you. And you're thinking like, really? For real? Let's see. Send you voice messages that they're sick, they need your help, they're in trouble, they need you back, or they're going to kill themselves. So they come on, you guys. They do all sorts of, they're dramatic. They are drama kings and queens. They're the best actors and actresses that you will ever meet. And they're so intense and serious when they do it. So it says here, when baiting you with drama. So if all hoovering techniques fail, the narcissist will try to bait you with drama. They will send you melodramatic messages, create havoc in your social life through spreading rumors, use your kids as an excuse to express rage and hissy fits, and put you on scenes with the intention of provoking reactions from you. They do anything that they can possibly do to provoke a response from you. Let me go up here. Here it says, where is it at? The purpose of the Hoover is an attempt to regain control over their victims. Hoovering abusers will use manipulation tactics that target their victim's soft spot and emotional vulnerabilities. If they are successful, the Hoovering abuser will use their victim until they are bored and then discard them once again. And so you're stuck in this cycle. And so that's why I tell you guys, and everybody on here on YouTube says the exact same thing: no contact. At all cost, no contact. And I understand that, you know, in some scenarios, you have children with this individual. You keep it short, you keep it brief, you keep it straight to the point. They do have some programs through the state, through the legal system, through Department of Child Services, where the communication is monitored, and and one of the viewers told me about this, where the communication is monitored, and you can do it through the court system, where they see everything that's being said back and forth. And so, and that keeps, you know, that keep you safe, that it keep you from being hoovered, you know. And it's strictly about the kids. When you're talking about the kids, keep it about the kids, because they'll use an excuse about the kids. You know, wow, I saw our daughter or son the other day, and they're really starting to look a lot like you, or wow, they've grown so big, or, you know, how's everything going? And yeah, I saw their grades, and they want a whole conversation with you. I mean, you have to be wise to know how much conversation to give them when you are co-parenting. You're co-parenting, they're counter-parenting. So you have to, anybody can be used for a Hoover. Anybody's going to be used. Your kids are going to be used. The kids are an extension of themselves. The kid is also to them a target to be hoovered, to be love bombed, and to be manipulated and be abused. And so you guys have to be careful with this Hoover. Some of you guys are in the first stages of the discard. Some of you guys are still going through the withdrawal symptoms. You know, the narcissist is coming out of your system, and so you're struggling with, you know, the hoovering, because they go back and forth to hoover. But you got to remember that when they're hoovering you, they're really, it's almost like they're mocking and laughing at you, because look, I still have power over you. I still have the ability to cause you to respond, and to cause you to be triggered, and to cause you to be emotional. I still have the power to do that. You know, even if they haven't thought of you, when they're with a new source of supply, a primary source of supply, they're not thinking about you all the time. You know, if they're talking about you in their house, it's because of the fact that they're trying to triangulate the new supply, especially if you got kids, or if you have been a long-term primary source supply. Their whole thing is playing victim. They always play victim and how horrible you are. So they're creating this image in the new source of supply's mind that you're this monster, you're this individual that has been so horrible, and they project themselves on the image of you. Everything that they're telling this new source of supply is everything that they are. But this new source supply has got this image about you, and so you're turning over in their head all the time. Especially if you have children, they're constantly talking about you and the kids, and this is what they did with the kids. And you could be perfectly innocent. You don't have anything to do with them. You don't want to have anything to do with them, but your name will come up. But are they thinking about you on a constant basis? No. But something will trigger a hoover. Something will remind them of you, and they just trigger a hoover to see if they can still get in there. They do it all the time. And so hopefully this has helped you. This is describing what a narcissist hoover is. For those of you that know, and those of you that don't know, please leave your comments. You know, talk to me. Tell me what you think about this video. If there's some more topics. I am getting the requests for different topics. I just have a lot of them. And so just be patient with me. I'll get through to them. And thank you guys once again for tuning in. If you have not already, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. It is Dr. Carmen Bryant, and it's Overcoming Narcissist Abuse. Hit the subscribe and hit the bell so you know whenever I upload. You're welcome to go to my Facebook page, which is Psychological Health Consultants and Services, and hit the thumbs up. I post on both sides, both the Facebook and on the YouTube channel. When I travel, I may not be able to go live on Facebook, but I can go live on YouTube. I will be live on YouTube. So thank you guys once again. Thank you for all the awesome questions, the comments. Thank you guys for your feedback, and thank you so much for letting me know this is helping you. Hey, like my friend always says, go and be great.